all for coming to this Christmas party, which is the first in-person gathering that we have had for the QMWS since the big lockdown started. And you can tell, everybody's happy to be here, and it's wonderful. Among the most used words of the past year would be unexpected, unprecedented, uncertainty, toilet paper, and the Chief Health Officer. We are very privileged to have so many distinguished guests here tonight.
Very privileged to have you here, Dr. Young. We've been watching you on TV. We just really are very grateful that you've kept so many people safe in Queensland. So we thought about a gift for you, and we wanted to give you one of our scarves. Pierre du Pradel was very receptive to the idea of helping us make some beautiful scarves through the artist Louise Lamina. This project aims to provide a bursary for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women in medicine to give them a step up. Pierre has donated kindly a scarf, and we would like to offer that to you today.
One person can only do a tiny, tiny amount. It's what every single person, and that's the whole point. When you're in a society, in a community that's cohesive, it actually works. Also, the most vulnerable for this virus has been healthcare workers. So thank you for doing what you've done, despite knowing those risks. It's a fantastic profession. So for those of you who are joining this profession, congratulations. It is the best profession, I think, that anyone can choose. So welcome to those new ones, and congratulations to the Bursaries. Thank you very much.
Stories are just so central to the way we experience things, whether it's a pandemic or whether it's just our day-to-day lives. And as a GP, I feel very privileged that I get paid to listen to people's stories. When things did lock down, people started to come in with these incredible stories. And I remember this one fellow came in and he lost a year's income and said, I've just applied for jobs stacking shelves at Coles so I can keep feeding my family. And I thought, this is just unprecedented. And so I contacted a friend of mine who had recently retired, was an editor and the former Children's Book Council judge, and I said, Jane, would you be interested in somehow or other collecting stories from as many people as we could? And I get this call from Jane, who's been editing stories all day, and she said, we just have 30 stories from some little school in New South Wales. And so we just took lines out of some of them. Just so heartwarming and lovely how these children experienced the pandemic. We've got teenagers, we have a police officer, we have people from the food industry, and choosing which stories were not going to be included was just heartbreaking.
My story on board starts 20 years ago when I fell through a looking glass or a rabbit hole or something and ended up on a board. What I found was that everything that mattered to me is decided in boardrooms where I hadn't been and I needed to be. Doctors need to be on those boards because doctors come to those boards with a clear purpose: better lives for people who are sick or who are teetering on the brink of illness. They also come with some very good skills and experience that you wish some of the directors of disgraced companies that we read about in the press had had.
Bursaries like these help female medical students like us to see our potential as future medical women. And I have no doubt that from this one opportunity, many more will come.
I'm hoping that some of this money that's been so graciously gifted to me can help me help other people and learn more so that I can be a better doctor at the end of the day.
Receiving support but from women in other spheres of the medical world is just so wonderful. So on behalf of all the other young women in my year, I'd like to thank you all for this prize and for the generosity of it.
Era, I know you don't want me to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because for the last 5 years, you've done it for me. I know all of us here want to express our appreciation for your leadership and our hard-working committee members.
Let's get them up here. All the committee members that are here. I have a very small token of my thanks as well for you, and I actually want to ask the men here can all choose one of the women to hand it to. If you're happy. From QMWS, and a very, very lovely start of 2021, and we'll hope to see you then again.